Hi, Cindy. It's me, Randall. How are you? Listen, I just wanted to talk about last night. It seemed like everything was going great for a first date. It wasn't too awkward when I picked you up at your house. We had a nice conversation on the drive to the restaurant, and we had such a wonderful meal. Don't you just love the ways of Gabriel's Gate? I mean, my friend thinks the Acre Bar makes them better. And although I do disagree, I think he makes some good points, but that's really an argument that everybody wins. Anyway, we eventually started talking about Buffalo, and I'm not sure, but I kind of got the feeling that things took a turn for the worse at that point. Now, if this is true, let me apologize right off the bat. Trust me, I was not trying to offend you. I was just getting into it. Really into it. See, I feel very strongly about this city, Cindy, and on occasion I can let my emotions get the best of me. I'm sorry if last night was one of those times, but I think we had a lot of chemistry, and I think it would be a shame to let it go to waste because of a minor disagreement. And I know you're just being cute and funny when you said, if I love Buffalo so much, why don't I marry it? But in a way, Cindy, aren't we all married to Buffalo? You see, if you think of it as a marriage, you'll begin to understand that you must accept the better for the worse and the sickness for the health till death do us part and all that stuff. That's the kind of unconditional love this city has for you, Cindy, and don't think I miss how quickly a discussion turned to marriage. That's on my mind too, but we'll talk about that later. I just want you to know that if you do grant me the pleasure of your company again, which I think you should, I guarantee we won't argue like we did last night. Like when you told me you were going to move out of Buffalo someday soon, and I asked why, and you said because it's too cold. Let me talk about cliche. Do you know how often I hear that? Hello, this is Buffalo. Of course it's cold. But you don't have to be so negative about it. Of course there are drawbacks to long drawn-out winters that seem to last for 6 months, but there are drawbacks to any kind of climate, Cindy. If you're skin cancer, nasty little drawback to living in the warmer states. You said you hate digging your car out from under 6 feet of snow. You hate having to drive 50 miles an hour to work. You hate being cold and chapped all the time. But answer me this. How do you feel about cuddling up to a crackling fire, wrapping yourself up in your favorite sweater and sipping hot cocoa in this majestic winter wonderland? I think you may be suffering from a case of the grass is always greener, Cindy. Although in this specific instance, it's a case of the temperature is always warmer, which, of course it is, but only in degrees, Cindy. Only in degrees. But that's not the point, is it? The point is that I really like you. And that I'm so sorry I got so hung up on Buffalo last night. And that I'd really, really like to go out again. Could you give me one more chance? That's weird. I guess I should get that. Maybe it's you. I hope it is. I'll be right back. Hey, Cindy, I'm back. It wasn't you on the phone, but hey, that's okay. Here I am just sipping on a refreshing glass of local Loganberry and admiring this poster of Niagara. Not the falls, of course, but the movie with Marilyn Monroe. I don't know if you saw it, it was an awesome movie. This is Seen a Cave in the Winds. God, it was intense. Just got lost. I mean, the acting was... But what's even greater, I think, is that the Niagara Falls is just 20 minutes away. I mean, just think, what are the 7 natural wonders of the world right in our own backyard? Isn't that great? Now, I don't make it out there nearly as much as I should, but maybe some afternoon we can go out there together. Or if the daytime doesn't work for you, then maybe we could drive up some evening. I mean, there is quite a nightlife at the falls, let me tell you. Anyway. I am so sorry about last night. I mean, I acted really immature, and I really think you're just such a special woman. I wish we could have talked for longer so that we could have gotten to know each other better. I mean, things are going so smooth. Like when we were talking about our friends and our jobs and our hopes and fears. I mean, I felt so close to you. I really did. Sort of like I could tell you anything. And I think you felt the same way, and that's why you started telling me about what you really wanted to do with your life. Believe me, I was so interested in what you were saying, but then you said you can never find fulfillment here because Buffalo is such a dead-end city, and I got distracted. I couldn't let it drop. I'm sorry. It was childish. I should have never, ever, under any circumstances, have thrown my dinner roll at you. Yes, I take the defense of this city very personally, but that's no excuse for hurling a hunk of bread at you, especially after I'd buttered it. But hey, I hope you took your shirt to that dry cleaner. I recommended it on Main Street. I was there last week. I was talking to Giuseppe, and Raul, his son, was there. It was great. And sorry, it's a great place. But to get back to what I was saying, you explained to me why you think Buffalo is a quote-unquote dead-end city. I mean, you said the city lacked culture, and you called Buffalo a simple-minded sports town. I mean, those are good points, I guess, if you choose to completely ignore the city's rich history and the unpretentious attitude of all the people here. I mean, and what about the character of our beloved Buffalonians? Anyone could live in New York City and root for the Yankees, but where's the risk in that? People here root for the Buffalo Bills, and the same thing happens every year. Heartbreak. The only variable is just one new and horrifying way that heartbreak will occur. Yet, year after year, hundreds of thousands of people pin their hopes and dreams on the red and blue, and that's the kind of place we live in, Cindy. We support each other here, no matter what happens. I mean, isn't that beautiful? Cindy, if you really think this city is a dead-end city, then I think you're just looking at it the wrong way. I mean, there is so much opportunity to improve things. It's the way you should look at it. I mean, not that I think there's anything to improve, mind you. I just think that it's a healthier attitude. But I digress, and I do apologize. Sorry, Cindy. Anyway, it's time for my evening jog around Delaware Park. I'll be back soon. I hope that I've convinced you to give me another chance. Talk to you soon. Cindy, let me begin by thanking you for still watching. I know I've gone on a bit, but I think this shows how much I want to explain myself to you and make things right. It's just that you're such an interesting woman, Cindy. You're so smart and so funny and passionate and beautiful, and you drink Crown Royal. But the other thing is that you're so down to earth. I mean, even though you're so talented and gorgeous and amazing, you're just such a real person. And I know I got all high and mighty last night. I know you stormed out of the restaurant and told me to have a nice life. But the irony is that you're the embodiment of everything I love about Buffalo. You are the type of strong, independent, intellectual woman that thrives in this city. That's why it's so frustrating to me that you want to leave. You've heard of the brain drain, right? Alright, that's what they call it when all the smart young people leave a place like Buffalo because there's more opportunity in the big city. Do you really want to be a part of that, Cindy? Do you really want to abandon the city that nurtured you as a young girl, the city in which you blossomed into such an amazing woman? Don't you see that brain drain as a self-fulfilling prophecy? Sure, tell the best and brightest that there's no hope, and of course they'll leave. Don't you realize it's up to us, you and me, to put an end to this fallacy? Doesn't that make you feel inspired? Doesn't that make you feel hot and sexy? I mean, doesn't it make you want to rip your clothes off and climb to the top of Shakespeare stage in Delaware Park and announce to the world, here I am in Buffalo, and I'm not going anywhere. That's how it makes me feel. Sorry. Cindy, you could do so much here. So can we together? It could be so great. I mean, please think about it, Cindy. Think about everything I said. Think about how great we could be together. Think about our Buffalo, Cindy. Think about our future. Okay. I should go. I'm truly honored that you've taken the time to hear me out, and I think I've proven that I could talk about a lot more than Buffalo. If you think so too, call me. Please call me soon. Bye. To be honest, I don't even like Buffalo. Just kidding. Just kidding. How could you not? It's a great town. Can't wait. Peace.